Hi guys, welcome to stream number 4. I'm so excited y'all could be here today. Today's topic is going to be on product photography, so how I take pictures for all of my products. I'm no expert by any means, this is just the process that I like to use. I have a few products that I want to take photos of today, and I'll show you how I upload them to the website. And all of that fun stuff. So I am streaming at 1 o'clock today instead of 7 because I want to utilize as much natural lighting as possible. That's something that's really important when it comes to taking photos, so that is why I'm doing it during the middle of the day and not in the evening. So I think this will be the only stream that I have that's like this early. I think in the future, a lot of my other streams are going to be around like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Again, the natural lighting is great. And I want to continue to utilize that to the best I can. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in and just kind of share a few things that I like to do beforehand before I actually start taking photos. So I like to go ahead and I will hop on to Pinterest because Pinterest has a lot of great creators on there, a lot of people who know what they're talking about and have some really awesome tips. So I like to start by searching, I just search product photography in general. Obviously I have stickers. So I like to search that next, but I like to search, oh no, this is searching in my pins. Oh no, I just want to go, can I just go? I have to go home. That's what I have to do. I don't use Pinterest like a whole lot. I mean, I do, but so product photography, definitely something, again, not an expert in, but I always like to learn what other people do. You can see some people have TikToks that they like to make of how they do this sort of stuff, so that's a really great resource. Some of these are also really cool with like using shadows, using like things that you can find outside just to really make your products stand out more. As you can see, a lot of these use like plants, and these are all like for skincare products, obviously. So I'm going to go ahead and search sticker product photography since that is what we are going to be shooting today. And I will show you some of the previous pictures that I have for my stickers. Oops, my alarm went off. So I will show you some previous pictures that I've taken for my stickers in a little bit. But I think hopping on here and just kind of seeing what other people are doing is really great. So with these sorts of things, I unfortunately cannot use my computer since I'm using it to stream. So I'll probably be utilizing my iPad and some other fun props that I have in order to do that. But as you can see, a lot of people, they'll use like notebooks, they'll use stationery, they'll use some other fun things. This girl, I really like this one. I think this one is really creative. She's just laid it out. She's put all her stickers on a mirror and then just took a picture of herself in the mirror, which I think is really cool. So I might try that. So we will see. But I am going to start saving some of these to a board that I already made. I like to create boards. They don't have to be public. I make all of my boards secret that I don't want other people to see. But as you can see, I've added some of these to that board just as extra inspiration and other fun stuff. I think this one's pretty cool. I am trying to make things a little bit more like natural, if that makes sense, and less, I don't know, less intense. I don't know. I'll show you some of the pictures that I've taken so far. These ones I did outside of my backyard at home. And for the background, all I did was print out some like fun backgrounds, some patterns that I found on the internet. I just printed those out onto some cardstock and then just set it up and propped it up. It was really windy this day, I remember this, and it was really hard because this thing kept falling over, so I had to take these photos so many times and it was kind of annoying, but it ended up working out pretty well in the end. So I have the picture of like the photo, like the product itself really close up, and then I like to have a picture of it without my hand in the way so people can see the entire product And then I put it on my iPad, as you saw earlier, how people sometimes had it on their computers. I decided to use my iPad. And then I have it with a ruler so that you can see how big the sticker is. And I include the dimensions. I always include the dimensions, but sometimes I think it can be hard to like know how big 2 inches is. So I just kind of put it next to a ruler so that you can better understand and gauge that. So I don't know if I want to use any backgrounds today. I was thinking about that and I don't know if I want to do that. I really like a lot of these ones that have leaves next to them. I have a bunch of like props and stuff over here that I'll show you in a little bit, but I'm kind of just trying to figure out the direction that I want to go in for these. I might actually look on Etsy a little bit. I think I'm gonna go back to that one girl who did it in the mirror because I really liked that. And I'll just head over to her Etsy and see what other photos she's taken of her products because I think that that has some nice vibes. Okay, she doesn't have very many. Never mind. We're gonna go back and we're going to go to I'm trying to see. Okay, I think this one might be linked to an Etsy shop. I did like this one a lot. As you can see, I have my bed behind me and I have white sheets and white comforters, so I do like to utilize that and because it kind of creates a nice texture without being really distracting. So I think I might go for this sort of situation. This is a cute sticker too. Okay, so she took it outside and then put it on a water bottle. See, this is cool too, like putting it actually on products. I have a couple water bottles and things like that that I could put them on. So let's see what else she's got going on too. I love looking at other people's products and stuff that they have. Okay, so as you can see, like all of her photos are taken with this like sheet background, which I think is really nice. So I think we'll take some inspiration from these and we'll do that. I wanted to be able to show you guys all of my equipment that I use. So I'm going to go ahead and make myself large. So this is the camera that I will be shooting with. It is Canon EOS Rebel T6. I got this I got this a really long time ago to be honest, but it still does the job, especially for this kind of stuff where it doesn't have to be super like crystal clear and I'm not taking professional photos by any means, so this definitely gets the job done. And then I like to use Lightroom to edit all of my photos. I don't have a whole lot of experience with it, but I'm definitely learning, and I can show you guys a little bit about how I like to utilize it and how I like to use it. So I'm going to go ahead and switch my view over to my webcam that I have set up over here so you can see my bed. And you can kind of see all of the props that I have going on right now. So I'm going to head over there and I am going to just kind of do a quick little run through of everything that I have. So I'm going to so you can see too. Okay, perfect. Okay, so a few things that I have going on right now. I have a ruler because I like to include the ruler with my stickers. I have these stickers that I will be shooting today. So I have these 2 little Spotify stickers, and then I also have these ones, and then I have my little rainbows, and then I also have the boba sticker that we designed last week that I think it would be fun to kind of shoot that so you can kind of see the process from the very beginning to getting that same sticker up onto the website. And then I have a couple other props with me. I have this little like framed piece of artwork that's like literally just hanging up in my room, and I decided to grab it. And then I have a planner as well, and this is relatively plain on the inside, but I do like to be able to use these sorts of things to have them open, so then you can just place the sticker right on top. And you can kind of see exactly how it would look inside a real planner. And then I also have a ring light that I like to use. Ring lights are awesome because they add extra lighting without making it too intense or really bright. I have to go grab my little portable charger. That's how I like to use these with me. It's just a little USB, and then you can adjust the different brightness settings. So I'm gonna go grab my portable charger so you guys can see how I like to use that. Okay, I'm hoping this is actually charged. That would be really great. So that we can, yes, okay, perfect. So I'm just gonna plug this in. And, then I can show you the different brightness settings that I have for this. So it's literally just like a few little buttons here. It's got on, off, and then you can switch the lighting modes, and then you can also switch how bright and dark it is. So I'm gonna try to like aim it over here so you can see how this is really, really bright. So you can turn it down, and I'll keep it down here so it's like less intense. With this one, it's like a very bright white light. This one's more blue, and then this one is very warm. And those are the 3 light settings that I have. But you can definitely see how this can be really useful and helpful when shooting different products. And right now, you guys this camera that I have is set up on top of the tripod that I normally like to use. So I had to put my ring light on this like very tiny tripod, which is not normally how I would do this, but this is how we're going to do it today. So I currently have a couple other props too that I'd like to show you guys. I have this it's a little bottle, and it has these 2 giant, like, Monstera, like, blocking my face, but these 2 giant leaves, and as you saw in some of the inspo photos on Pinterest, a lot of people were using, like, greenery in the background of their photos, so I thought that would be fun. I'm gonna put these And then the other prop that I have is this little cactus. I thought that might be kind of cute if we wanted to do something with the pointer. Might be nice because it's gold too, and it goes well with the other colors that I have. And then I also have these 2 props. I have a little, like, glasses and then a little pen. I don't know, props are really fun, and I think they definitely can add and help with whatever you're trying to do. So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my bed to where it's how I want it to be, because I'm going to be shooting all of these essentially from an overhead view, or like at a very, very slight angle. So I'm going to start by just figuring out how I want these things to be set up. Okay, I think you can see the entire bed. Okay, perfect. Yay! Okay, I'm going to turn off, I have these lights on, and I just like to go ahead and play with the lighting. So obviously this is not natural lighting, so I'm going to turn those off actually. And I'm going to just utilize the lights that's coming from my window, and I'm also going to utilize my ring light. And so with this camera, it's cool because you can do like live shooting from your phone. So I could connect it to my phone. Unfortunately, I can't also do that and do it through the screen mirroring, because that's what I wanted to do, to show you guys like how it was looking from my end. So I am going to do my best to try to show you what is going on when I actually do start shooting the products. So as you can see, this is very bright and intense. And I'm going to switch it to the more like, just like I'm gonna honestly prop this up. I'm gonna shove this into my pillow right here, and hopefully this will help. I think I am going to turn these lights back on. It's just really tricky because the lighting in my room is just not great at all, to be completely honest with you guys. But that's just how it is. We just gotta work with it. Work with what we got. So I'm gonna mimic that kind of warmth I get from the above lighting. It sometimes ends up looking kind of green. So maybe I'll do the blue kind of contour. Okay, I don't think we're gonna use this. This is just gonna be a no for me. Okay, so I think the first ones I'm going to shoot are just gonna be the Bulba stickers that we had last time. So these are the stickers that I will be taking pictures of. I like to usually have 3 or 1 sticker. I like to do odd numbers. I think odd numbers are great because you can get you can make them even. I know I've also seen a lot of people like print out like 50 of the stickers that they're trying to shoot, and then they'll lay them all down on whatever surface they're on, and then they'll like prop one up using a marker cap, which is pretty cool. I haven't tried that before, but I can kind of show you guys what that would look like if I were to do it. I don't think I'm going to do that today, but it is a pretty cool idea. So all you literally need the marker cap. And I'll bring you guys over here. And go like that. And literally all they would do, so pretend there's like a bunch of these. You can take a marker cap, and drop it. Oh, this might not work on the pen. You literally would take it like that. So then when you're looking at it from above, it looks like it's kind of out, and it's pretty cool. I don't know. I think that's a fun thing. I don't think I will be doing that today, but maybe in the future I might do that. So I'm going to set up my stickers how I want to shoot them. And I think I'm going to start by doing them with just me holding it in my hand. So I'm going to take my phone. I like to always put my hair up whenever I am shooting, just so it doesn't get in the way. And I like to start by taking test shots. So the settings that I have my camera on, I honestly just keep it on, I just keep the flash off because I find that it does pretty well. So I'm going to take a test shot, make sure it's focused. Okay. And then I'm going to try to show you guys the photo results as I take them. So this is the first photo. As you can see, the lighting is pretty decent right now. It's a little bit dark over here on this side of the bed, like by the pillows, because the light is coming all from my window, and obviously I don't have a window on this side, so I'm going to utilize my ring light, and I'm going to try to make it as even as I can with this. So, okay. Maybe I'm going to set it up actually on my little nightstand that I have right here, I think. I need to be able to hold it. Okay, so as you can see, this is the ring light that I have right now. I'm trying to figure out the best angle for it. Like, I would love to be able to just have it up here, but I genuinely cannot do that. Okay. I'm going to just prop it up into the pillows like this. I'm going to utilize the pillows. That would be great. These over here. Just you guys can see, I have it propped up like this. Try and mimic the light that's coming in from my window. Oh my gosh. I think this will be fine. I'll take another test shot. And we can see how this is going to go. Alright. So, I literally am just going to be holding it out in front of me. Let's get close enough to where you can see it. And in the background you can see it. Oh, that's much better. Oh my gosh, can't believe that worked. I'm a little bit shocked. So, this is what the photo looks like. As you can see, the lighting is definitely more even on both sides, which is great. I am going to reshoot this though because when I like to do my pictures, I like to crop them into squares. So I want to make sure I have as much like area to crop as possible, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to hold it back a little bit this one, but overall, this is turning out pretty nice. Okay, so now I'm going to try shooting with the other two. So when I'm shooting like 3 at a time, I like to have the middle one in front of the other two, so then you can see the entire sticker. I just think that looks nicer. And I'm going to put them flat on the bed, so I'm going to shoot from overhead because I want to get a few. Shots of the stickers without any of my hands or anything like that in the way. So now is what we are going to do. So this is literally my setup. It looks so tiny on this camera, but I'm just going to go overhead, have it on the a little bit, and I want to get as parallel to the bed as possible. This is what it looks like. So this is what this shot looks like overhead. Oops. I'm trying to make between these. See that there's a lot of light reflecting from the window. But I'll show you guys obviously when we edit these photos. So I'm going to take a couple more. I'm going to now I can actually use the lighting and I can actually put it through the ring light like this. So as you can see, I have my ring light and then I have my camera and I can literally just stick it through here so that the lighting is even. And these actually look quite nice with even lighting. I'm going to make the lighting actually so you can kind of see. I'm going to make it warm tone. I'm actually going to move you guys back a little bit so that you can better see what I'm doing because I feel like I end up blocking the camera. Perfect. So now on my stickers. Again. I want to take like a couple different shots throughout. I do not love the lighting with it being really like warm tone, so I'm gonna switch it back to the bright white light lighting. If that makes sense. And we're just gonna keep shooting. It genuinely does take a fair amount to get things just right, but that is just how it is. So now I want to get some individual shots of the sticker because I got the one of me holding it in my hand, but I also want to be able to get it just by itself on the bed. So I'm going to do that. Then with the ring light. You can hear my camera adjusting. And that looks pretty good. And now I'm going to. I will say it looks a little bit flat because I don't have it's textured, but it's not like super duper textured. So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to grab a blanket that I have from my living room, and I'm going to bring that in here so then when I put my stickers down on the blanket, there'll be some texture behind it, but it's not super distracting. So this is the blanket that I have. It is nice, and as you can see, it's very thick, but when I lay it, when I lay it out, it'll look like this on the bed. And this will add just a little bit more visual interest, if that makes sense. And then they will also kind of match the pictures that I took last time. Since those were taken at my house, I do not have the exact same stuff as I do now, so this will be good. Actually, this might have been the same blanket that I used, because I think I might have brought this one home. So that's actually even better if it's the same. Because I do want there to be uniformity with these photos. Okay, amazing. And now you can take my ruler and put it just along the bottom of that. And then through. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys. Hopefully you'll be able to better see them without the reflection window, but you can kind of see that a little bit better. So, this one we have. This one's going to be rotated. We have these ones. Oh my god. Oh, that way. There we go. And I'm just going to take a couple more. I'm going to utilize some of these props because I think that would be fun. I do want to get photos for my Instagram that I can post so where they just kind of look like a little more regular. So I'm going to stand this like pot up with this little cactus. I think I'm going to utilize my cleaner and a pen and some of these fun little accessories. So just going to play around with it until we get something that we like. I really wish I could put this. I'm gonna put blankets. I'm just gonna use this. Literally. Okay, that'll work. Okay. Now I'm going to take this. I'm gonna set it inside. These are pretty cute. I'm not sure what I'm going for here to be completely honest. But these aren't that bad. Okay, and now I'm going to take a couple with some of the other stickers that I have. So I feel like this rainbow one, it would make a little bit more sense to have it on the notebook itself. I can't have it too angled, otherwise it looks like really weird if it like my camera angles down here. It just looks like even my camera is having trouble focusing on it. So like if I had them at this angle, it just like really distorts the sticker and that it doesn't look great. So I'm going to try to keep them more overhead. No. This is something that, like, flat lays are something that are definitely not my strongest suit. Okay. They're interesting. They're not my favorite to be completely honest, but we're trying something new here, and this is just how it is. So, then I'm gonna have the sticker like up against it, so it's in the foreground, and then we'll have all this stuff in the background, and we'll see how that can go. actually like these a lot. Hold on. This, you can't even tell, but this is a plan. So, like this. Okay. I'll bring you guys a little closer. See what's happening. So as you can see with this, I have it propped up like against here, the little rainbow sticker, and so then when I shoot from down here, then you can kind of see the screen as I'm shooting. Pretty cute. Now I have this. Like where the lighting is. I'm gonna make it warm again. Okay. As you can like, it's definitely something that is trial and error for sure. Sometimes it will focus on the text behind it and not on the actual sticker, which is a little bit frustrating, but you would like it in the front. We don't want to distract from like the actual sticker itself. That's like the one thing. I want these props to look perfect. So. Now I'm going to place this one. I like to do the same setup with different stickers in case I like how it looks with one sticker better than the other, because sometimes that will happen. Perfect. And now I will do this one sticker. So these are really tiny. So one big one and one small one. And try to get this one out. Okay. And again, I want to try to frame it to where I can crop it down to a square and it doesn't cut anything out. So there might be a few like extra stuff around that I might not end up needing, but that's okay. Okay. So now I'm going to go back to the windows. I'm going to hold them in front of the setup that I have here. Looks like this. Whoops. I'm actually just the one. I quite like it when everything in the background is blurred out, and then whatever I have in the foreground obviously is going to be what is most in focus. But it is cool to be able to see what you have going on in the background too, so it's like if you can tell that it's a planner, or like glasses, or a pen, it really adds to the overall composition. Okay, my camera was closing. Okay, I think for now, I am going to move on to editing, because I think we got some pretty good shots. So I am going to switch you guys over to my computer camera again. And I'm going to upload these to Lightroom What's really cool is that there's an app that I can connect my phone to. It's called like the Canon Camera Connect app. So I'm just gonna do that really quickly. Essentially, it just connects over Wi-Fi, which is really great. And all I have to do is set it up. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I cannot show you guys this because then it won't like go through if I try to screen mirror it at the same time, which is so annoying. I don't know why it won't do that, but that is just how it is. So I'm going to put these into here. I've created an album on Lightroom. I like to create albums for all the new things I do. So for this one, this is just called sticker photography, and then I can add those photos to it. So on my phone, I go to the Canon Camera Connect app. I can actually just show you guys. I'll just flip my phone around. You guys can see. So this is what the interface looks like. You have essentially you can shoot live here, and then you can see the images on the camera. So I'm going to tap that, and then I'm just going to select all of the images that we took today. It's really cool because you can just hit like, so you can see all of them in there. But if you click just like at the top, these little two checks, it'll select every image from today, which is really cool. So then I can just import them into my phone. So we took 50 pictures today, which is honestly not that many for what I would normally do if I were taking them for like a bunch of stickers that I had. So that's not too bad actually. But I will show you what I have so far for my pictures. So for these ones, since we took this one and we took this one for the little boba sticker, I think I might actually upload it to this website. So in order to do that, I use Big Cartel for my personal website. So I'm going to log in, and I will show you guys that. What it looks like from my end, because it's actually pretty cool. It's really simple and easy to use, so it is not too bad. A little bit, it's a little slow. That's okay though. So we have products. And then these are all the products that I have right now. So I am going to go ahead and click plus to add a new product. And this one is going to be the boba sticker. I'm just going to start by editing this because the photos are still downloading. So then for description, this is a little hack. I literally will just take this. Actually, I'm not going to use this one because it has a little rainbows. I'm just gonna go this one, and I just take this and I copy it and I paste it into the description, and then obviously I change this to where it's the actual size of the sticker. So for these boba stickers, I'm going to use my ruler because I didn't actually measure them when I did them, but they're 2 inches wide by 3.75 inches tall. So, okay. And then all of this I keep the same category, stickers, done, active, price, we'll make it like, we're gonna make it $3. Amazing. I'm just gonna say I just kind of put 50 because with the in stock, because I print them as I go. No, it's gonna be, and then for images, we're gonna off on that, and I'm gonna head back over to Lightroom. Okay, so I've downloaded all of the photos, so now I can actually go ahead and I'm going to select all of these from here, and I think I can import them directly into Lightroom. Lightroom. So Lightroom is free. Lightroom Mobile, Lightroom on here. It's totally free, which is really cool. So where is my album that I created? Because these are the same accounts, so I don't know why. It did not. I'm just gonna add a new album. Stickers. Okay. And then we're gonna add all of. Actually, I can share this with you guys. So, hold on 1 second. Okay, so I can do the screen sharing. I think it'll work this time. I have my fingers crossed. It's thinking right now. Oh, yay! Okay, cool. It connected. Okay, so you can see in Lightroom we have this album called Stickers, and currently it's empty. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my photos. And we're going to select all of these photos. Okay, so we'll go here. We'll just select all the way down for all of these. And then we'll do here, Lightroom, launch Lightroom now. And it should hopefully import them into this album. Oh, I guess I just have to select them from here. It imported them into a different album that I did not want them to go to, so it's unfortunate, but that's okay. So we're gonna select all of these. Perfect. Yay, okay, so now all of these are in that album. And they're in there. So now I'm going to go to my computer, hopefully. Okay, now it's syncing, which is great. I prefer to edit on my computer, to be completely honest, and that's definitely a great option if you don't, obviously you have to buy it if it's on the computer, but yeah, great option for editing for free, and you get all the features, which is really, really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start with the very first photo of the little pig. I'm going to go, I do not know why these are not loading, because I have 48 photos and only 19. Okay, I think it's just going to be a little slow. I think they're going. So we'll start with this one. So as you can see, it's very dark, and that's just because of the lighting and how it was. So you can kind of see the differences in these pictures. I do not know if I like any of the. I am very picky when it comes to this kind of stuff, but we're just gonna go with it. We're gonna go with one. So I've selected this photo. I'm gonna try to make this. Okay, this won't get smaller. That's okay, because this is gonna perfect. So when you select these little slidey bars on this side, then you get all of the different settings, and it can be very intimidating at first, but really it's just all about playing around with it until you get something that you like. So with exposure, obviously this is going to affect how much light is being seen, and because these photos are already pretty dark, I'm going to turn this up a fair amount. I think I would say up here. We'll just make this one, nice even one. And this is all under the light category. So as you can see, if I close all of these are all of the different things that you can edit within Lightroom. So I'm just gonna open them one at a time so it's not very intimidating. Contrast, this is just a contrast between, I'm sure all of you have edited photos before, just on your phone. So with contrast, I do like to bring this down a little bit. However, I do try to keep, oh, I did not mean to zoom in. I try to keep the actual coloring of my, like the stickers themselves. I try to keep that as accurate as possible. So when we get to colors, I don't mess with that a whole lot. It's mainly just with the lighting that I like to adjust. So highlights, not really some of these don't really change a whole lot, some of the settings. So shadows, obviously you can see how that really brighten things up. Obviously not going to go to 100 because that's a little bit intense. But in order to see the difference between before and after your photos, like you can, it's this little like split kind of screen looking thing, but it'll show before and after, and as you can see that's quite a big difference, and we've only adjusted like 4 things, which is kind of crazy. So with whites, this will kind of, so obviously the sheet and the like outline of the sticker are both white, so if I turn this all the way up, it's going to essentially blend them all together. And then this is a little bit too dark, but I want it up like just a little bit, and then let me make sure my screen brightness is all the way up. Okay, cool. And then with blacks, this is just going to either lighten them if you turn it all the way up or really darken them. And I do like to actually turn that up just a little bit so that they are gray or purple, and it doesn't really look like the actual color that it's supposed to be. I never really mess with the point curve. That's something that I genuinely just like to leave alone because I don't really know how it works a whole lot. I just like to mess with these sliding bars right here. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier with color literally change the colors of each color in your photo. So for example, say I wanted it, say like I want it to be like this more purpley color or more orangey. I'm not going to do that because I don't want it to be misleading. However, I will say it's definitely orangier than I thought it was going to be, so I'm going to increase the saturation a little bit so that the colors are more intense because I feel like they get a little bit washed out. So I'm going to bring it like around here. Luminance, this is just how bright it is. Obviously that's changing the color of my hand too. Around here. And then again, a little before after, you can kind of see. Orange, again, it's going to do the same thing. I feel like there's definitely more oranges in the photo, especially in my hand. So I'm just going to bring it to where it's a little bit more red. And then we'll turn the saturation. We can just kind of see how that is being affected. We'll do it. Again, don't want to make it too intense. And then I think the purple is the last color that I want to mess with. Just because that's the color of my, like the drink part, and it's definitely it looks very like pale, but in here it's definitely more of like a pink color, so I think I'm just going to turn the saturation up on this one so it's like that a little bit more. Let's see, like right here. And then again, a little before after. So that's usually the amount of editing that I like to do for these photos, just so it's not too crazy. And then if the lighting is the same, what you can do is you can create a preset with settings that you've made, which is really cool. So I'm trying to remember how to do that. I think it's these 3 dots. Or you can just copy the edit settings. That's also a great way to do that. And then we hit the 3 dots and we can paste them. And we can see how much that like brightened up this photo and really helped it and enhanced it. And I like to go in because sometimes the settings aren't exactly the same, and I just like to go ahead and mess around with it a little bit. But that is this first photo. And then we have the ones where it's just by itself on the blanket. Again, so I'm just gonna paste those settings. It immediately brightens it up, which is really, really cool. Paste edit settings, and I think I'm just gonna do that for the ones that I want to post for this boba guy. So between these ones, I think I'm going to go with this first one. Paste edit settings. Okay, now that seems a little bit too exposed. I'm just going to turn it down a little bit. But I do like how it has really brightened up the photo without making it look really edited. And then I forgot to crop it for all of these ones, but I'm going to crop these all into a square. Okay, I think if I just click out of it, will it keep it like that? Okay, cool. is a whole lot. Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to go ahead and start saving these, and we're going to export them as JPEGs, keep them large, and I'm going to go to my, for ease, this one, I'm going to bring up just a little bit. Okay, and then again, I'm going to crop it to 1 by 1, and then you can bring this in a tiny bit. And then I like to keep this, when they have the rulers, I like to keep it as like centered as possible so that we can have the sticker in the middle, but then you can still see like the ruler, if that makes sense. I might make this a little bit smaller. Just, you know what? Never mind. We're gonna bring this back out. And then I'm going to go back actually here to the geometry, because then you can edit. So this is just how, like, this kind of makes it look like a fisheye lens, which is kind of funky, but this actually helps a lot because it was a little distorted. And then this will affect how, like the perspective of it. So vertical, I can just show you guys, like, it's going to stretch it. These are definitely more easily, you can kind of see the effects better when it's photos of people and not of objects. But the horizontal, you can kind of see it shifting, how like tilted it is this way, and then vertical, it's like how tilted it goes this way, if that makes sense. So I'm going to keep it around there. And then rotate, I like to make sure that it's like that. So then the ruler is like perpendicular to everything else, if that makes sense. Okay, so then we're gonna export this one, large again, just to my desktop. And then I don't think I'm actually going to, I don't know if I want to do this one or not. I think I might skip that one for now. And I might just do, I honestly might just have this one and the other one. This one, I'll do this one because I feel like that's important to have. Okay, rotate, horizontal, like this, perfect. And then I'm gonna go back into here, right, and just a little bit. It's really just trial and error, honestly, when it comes to editing photos. You just have to go slowly and make sure everything is how you like it, because you can always go back and change things, but I find it a little more difficult to do if you're going too quickly. So I'm going to keep this like this. And so now we just have those three exported. And I don't know if I want to do this one or not. I think we'll skip that one for now. But now we can go back to the product itself. And I'm going to click the plus and go to my desktop where we have these photos saved. And this is going to be the first photo, so I'm going to open that. And you have to do them one at a time. It's a little bit slow, but it's okay. That is just how this is working right now. Perfect. So now I can go ahead and click the plus and add my other sticker, add my other photos, not my other stickers. So this is the second photo that we have. And then the third photo with the ruler, so people can see the sizing of it. And as I'm looking back at this one again, I feel like it is kind of dark. Like I said, I am pretty picky when it comes to this kind of stuff, so I'm going to go back to this photo and I'm going to edit it a little bit more so that it is how I like it. Okay, highlight shadows. I do bring these things up a fair amount, but then when it comes to this, you can bring it down. And we get a nice, great balance again. And then for color, here's another cool thing you can do. Instead of going into the color mixer, you can ignore that for now. but temp is a great way. So like I was shooting with the my yellow light. So if I want it to be a little more cool tone, I can drag this back. So then in the beginning you can kind of see how that changes it. And then again with the green and purple, I don't really affect that because I wasn't using, I don't really see a difference in things being too one way. Vibrance is pretty cool, but I feel like that just kind of makes it a little too intense. But I will up the saturation like a teeny tiny bit. Okay, so now that is definitely a little bit more to my liking with the coloring and everything. So now I'm going to export that one. I'm just gonna say this is the first photo. Oh wait, I don't know if it'll let me. Oh, I guess it did let me do it. Okay, cool. So I can delete this and re-add the photo that I just re-edited. Okay. And then I think I can drag these around to the order that I like. So we have the first photo, the second photo, and the third photo. And now I can save this. And now it's a new product on my shop. So if I go home, it will be there. And that's all there really is to it for product photography and editing these kinds of things. I think for my Instagram, for some of the other photos that we took today, so like these, not these, this one's the one that I was not a fan of. Where is it? So like these are definitely more photos that I would use for my Instagram. So again, I can paste those settings and immediately like it's brighter. But these are definitely going to be edited probably in a bit of a different way. Just because for my Instagram, I feel like it's not like, it is definitely important to have the colors match and be the same, but it's not like super duper critical, so I can have a little more fun with that. But I hope you guys learned something new about taking product shots. This was definitely a fun little experiment for me since I'm in a new place based off the ones that I took earlier. So I hope you enjoyed this week's stream. Next week I'm going to be doing some custom orders. I think I might be doing some gifts too, so showing you guys how to design your own gifts because that's something I really enjoy doing. So I will see you all next week. I want to thank you all for being here again. This was definitely a longer stream, so thanks for sticking with me. But yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your Saturday. Bye guys!